leave now, water's coming.
Those are the words Kimberly Sedlar heard from emergency crews after the breach of the Edenville Dam on May 19th of last year. Sedlar and her daughter Megan evacuated their home.
Scared, just grab the dogs and go, and not knowing what was going on, what was to come. When
they returned, just to get to the front door, they had to use a snow shovel to plow through the muddy mess and look inside.
That was a total upside down turn in the stomach, make you drop to your knees with, never would have imagined the damage done.
My mom and I looked at each other and we just cried.
A rush of emotions as they watched their personal belongings floating inside their mud-filled home, a place where they once found comfort. At one point, the water in the house rose to 1.5 feet high on the second floor.
Seeing your house like that and all the memories just washed, it's just devastating.
After the flood, Sedlar lived in this camper a short drive away until January.
That's when she was provided this home by the owners of Sanford Hardware.
There's lots of people in Sanford that hug and cry.
Oh, yes.
And give support to a neighbor in need. Sanford Hardware co-owner Kathy Cyan says she didn't know Sedlar before the flood. Now they're great friends.
Glad that we could help her out through the months that she's needed help until she can get back in her own home.
Cyan decided to refurbish an old farmhouse on her property. Then she worked with the village of Sanford to find someone who could use the home. That's where Sedlar came in.
Having a place for your animals and having a place where you knew you could always go and crash at the end of the day after you've worked on your project that is long and hard.
Cyan says at the peak of the flood, Sanford Hardware was underwater. She tells us the community has rallied around her business and she wanted to pay it forward.
They've blessed us greatly and we were doing the same.
And with each passing day, the Sedlars are making progress to reclaim their home.
They did change the layout of the house. The house has had its updates, which is nice because at the end of the day, you're like, I guess I needed it anyway.
Kimberly Sedlar has been told she can stay at Cyan's farmhouse for as long as needed, and that could take up to a year or more. That extra time is actually welcomed by Sedlar, who is still struggling emotionally with the aftermath of the flood.
As much as I'm excited, looking forward to, being here, I'm also scared to be here. Just that the same anxiety that went through from the beginning, and I know it'll just take time and it'll go away. I'm not worried about another flood. It's just you can't erase the memories yet.
Reporting in Midland County, James Felton, WNEM TV5.